peppery, spicy episode of Love Lines with Counselor Femi Olaito. Counselor Femi Olaito is a relationship expert, a sex therapist, a mentor, and a relationship coach. My name still remains Titi Lola Osho, and on today's episode, we are talking about finance in relationship and marriage. All right, can we marry without stable income?
Can we marry without stable income? No. All right, money has a major role it plays in relationship and marriage. Well, it is said that you need finance to manage romance.
I think I like that part.
Yeah.
You need finance to marry romance. That sounds like a rhyme.
Yes,
wow.
Of course. So, no, but you see, we are not talking about the size of the income. The amount is not as important as the regularity of it. The fact that it comes on a regular basis. Okay. So we are not talking about being materialistic to the point that you are looking at certain kind of income before you get married. I understand the place of faith, I understand the place of planning and all of that. All right, I understand the place of potentials, believing in your partner enough to want to go all out with him or with her. All right. However, money plays a major role in marriage. So I will say you must have a regular, stable income, regardless of the amount as it is, the size as it is, before marriage.
All right, I'm sure our viewers got that perfectly. Well, let's look at it from this point of view. We have men who would say that until they have a particular amount of money, or when they feel, get to some level of financial freedom, they're not going to get married. Whereas we have some other men who are daring, who would rather get married even when they do not have a stable source of income, because they feel everything is just going to fall into place. Now, for these two sets or categories of people, what are the dangers for them if one goes ahead? Well, whether as a male or a female.
Well, for those who believe that they must have a certain amount of income, some level of financial freedom before they get married,
yes,
it's not so bad an idea.
Okay.
However, you don't have to own the world to get married before you can get married.
I like that part.
Yes.
Own the world.
You don't have to own the world before you can get married. Once you can afford certain basic needs, as it were,
okay,
all right, I think marriage is a journey of faith. All right, some amount of faith is required, okay, where you both will have to believe God, stretch a bit, and work hard, to ensure that you make a good life for yourself, as it were. So you don't have to wait till you have everything, as it were, before you can get married. At the same time, you should not get married without any income or any stable income. That will not be faith. That will be foolishness, as far as I'm concerned. All right, it will mean that you are putting someone else on the line, all right, without accurate and proper planning. All right, so let's talk about the dangers. I guess that's the question you asked. All
yes,
right.
For someone who goes into marriage without stable source of income.
Okay.
Or for two people that goes into marriage without stable
For
source
those
of
who
income.
wants to go ahead without stable income, what are the demerits, disadvantages?
Yes.
All right. Number one, we can look at, marriage comes with a lot of bills. You've got bills to pay.
Oh.
It is a completely different game, compared to while you are dating. While you are dating, you see, this guy comes around, you go on movie outings, dates, shopping, and all of that. That's some kind of, payment, right? The finances is bad. But much more than that, you are going to require to pay certain regular expenses.
Like house rent,
electricity bills,
taxes,
and all of that. Your children's school fees are going to be paid also, in case of medical emergencies where your children. So you have regular bills. Okay. So the bills in marriage are completely different, compared to while you are dating. Okay. So number one, marriage comes with a lot of bills and all of that. Number two, medical issues. All right, medical emergencies. Take for instance, while dating, it's just about me.
Okay.
and possibly about my partner. Even then, you are not expected to assume 100% of the responsibility, over your partner at that point.
Okay.
But you see, custom society expects, even law expect that the moment you are married, you have to assume, you take on the full responsibility of each other, as it were. All right. So, what happens to health-related issues? We take conception, for instance, pregnancy issues, the pregnant care at the time that your spouse is pregnant, delivery and all of that. That is that's enormous, So, for medical emergencies, for health reasons, you've got to have bills. You've got to be financially stable. Number 3, how do you raise children? You are going to pay them through schools, all right, and a whole lot. This takes a number of years, from birth to 18, possibly 17, 18, 20, and all of that. It's a lot. Education costs a lot. Education costs a lot.
It does.
So you are going to look at
in this day and age, to give a qualitative education to a child, it costs a whole lot.
Qualitative education costs a lot, actually. Number 4, consider the self-esteem issue. All right.
Okay. What about that?
Money gives you voice.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Money gives you voice. So, for instance, if where there is no resources, where you do not have resources, in fact, the scripture told us that money is security. All right. So, money gives you some kind of empowerment, some kind of defense. It gives you a voice and all of that. So, how do you protect what is yours? How do you guide and protect your family and all of that? So, we get into situations where the society will make you feel less, than you think you are.
Okay.
As it were, this has a way of affecting your self-esteem, your mental health, your mental issues, as it were. So, and not just about you. You are bringing other people into that family.
Yes.
Your children are coming in,
Exactly.
your spouse, anyway, then your children are coming after, and you are unable to cater for all of these people. They're going to go through life without. They're going to go through life with some, with lack, as it were. They're going to compete. They're going to see friends who seems to be more comfortable, who seems to have some stuff, some leverage, as it were, in life, some level of comfort. All right. So, by the way, money gives you comfort.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, money gives you comfort.
Okay.
Even in marriage. That affects the kind of accommodation you get
Exactly.
eventually.
Yes.
It affects the kind of school you are going to enroll your children in.
Yes.
It affects the kind of, even the way you go about life, as it were. The car you drive with, even the kind of neighborhood you live in.
Yes.
And I hope you know that your environment affects you. Your environment affects you. That's a lot. All right. So you don't want to raise your children, grow a family in such an environment that reduces them. That is demeaning, as it were. That affects their future, what they can see. It takes money to go around the world.
It does.
It takes money. Money affects exposures. Money affects the quality of education that you're able to access.
Yes.
Money affects the kind of skills you're able to acquire. So, it means a lot.
Wow.
And by the way, let me also say that
Yes.
money, like I said earlier, you need finance to manage romance.
Yes.
So you see,
I really love that.
you see, in a situation where at the point of dating, it appears as if love is everything that you need. But you see, once you get into marriage, a woman is concerned about wants to provide a good life,
Yes.
concerned about the upkeep, the welfare of her children, So when you get to a point where she's under pressure, she doesn't have too much to live with, there's going to be friction in the marriage eventually.
Wow.
There's going to be friction.
And that's a major danger.
Just like I said earlier on, you need finance to manage romance. At the level of dating, it is all about emotions.
Okay.
You are attracted to each other, you are emotional about each other, and all of that. And it seems as if you are in love. But once you get into marriage, a woman is concerned about the upkeep of the children. You want to give them a good life and all of that. Once that is not there, then you will know that romance can turn into annoyance. All right, yes.
Without finance.
Romance without
equals
finance
annoyance.
equals annoyance. Straight
Wow.
away.
Romance without finance equals annoyance.
Yeah.
Wow. That I really do not think anybody would want that. Let's look at this scenario where, okay, we know it's dangerous, it's not safe, it's not advisable that two people get married when they don't have a stable source of income. What if one of the party has a stable source of income and one doesn't?
All right. Now,
Can that pass? Can we go ahead
it
with marriage?
depends. All right. Where if one of the party has stable source of income and the other does not, then you have to now possibly look at, evaluate, and see, can the income be enough? Can this income be enough? Can this income cater for the family at least for a while?
Okay.
All right, at least for a while. All right, so that you don't get into pressure too early. So that you don't get into pressure too early, because the early part of marriage, you need it to bond. You need to connect properly. You need to discover each other. You need to build intimacy.
Wow.
You don't want pressure at that time.
No.
You don't want financial pressure at that time. You don't want frustrations, financial frustrations at that time.
And even
Yeah.
one party can be feeling like, I'm the one working around here, I get tired,
Yes.
I'm the one going out there. Why you just sit down there doing nothing?
Well, that is why to even get married in the first place, you've got to discuss about this. You have to agree, to go into marriage, with knowing fully well that both parties are not earning yet. Maybe just the party is earning. And better still, in certain culture, the party that is earning had better be the male.
All right.
In some culture.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for this. There is a whole lot more that needs to be asked when it comes to finance and romance.
Yes.
I hope we're going to kill this one in our next video episode. However, I know you have those questions. You're wondering, oh, what if? Not to worry, just type them right in the comment section. We will be more than willing to answer them. And is there any topic, is there anything you would like us to talk about? Please feel free to write them, type them in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like, share with your friends and family. Until another time, see you.